All right. So you probably clicked on this video, probably making like fucking 2K a month, 3K a month, maybe even less. Uh, and I'm gonna tell you one thing. Like when you get like 10, 15, 20K a month, just like me, like you're not shit because you can't literally do anything. Like for example, today in the morning I ate dry cereal without any milk. Like this is what 10K 15K a month. That's what it does to you. Like literally, it's nothing. So what I do want to do in this video is I want to walk you through 7 things that helped me, get this very little of success that I had in the last 2 months. Because what was it, like 3, 4 months ago? I was literally making like 1K a month, 2K maybe. I was at my grandma's house with Sian, who's basically like he's also in my business. And what we literally did, yeah, that's him. See him? And literally, like we were fucking working on some outbound funnels, posting some content in a living room of my grandma, making 1K a month. And then in the next 3 months, we literally like fucking 15x'd our agency. It's pretty much my agency, right? But hey, I want to walk you through a couple of things, right? So the seventh one is going to be the most important one, just for the retention of this YouTube, because I know you motherfuckers, you have very low retention rate. Your attention span is fucked. And like my offer is B2B, right? So I have nothing to sell you. This is just fucking video for myself, and also like to help out some people. So the first thing is you need to have a good product market fit, right? Like I've thought about this very thoroughly, and I'm just like thinking about what helped me get so many appointments and shit. And also for my clients, that's what I do every single time when I onboard like a done for you client. We also take a look at the product market fit, right? So if they're over 20 30K a month, because that's like the bare minimum of a person that I'll onboard. I have some other offers that I really see the potential in, and I'll onboard them in that scenario. But for the most part, I onboard people who are making at least 30K a month. And the thing is, like, they always have a good product market fit if they are at that stage, right? And that's how we get successful campaigns rolling for them. Because the main thing that I do is outbound acquisition for my clients. I basically set up the outbound funnels, DM setting engines, and we always look at the product market fit. That's the first thing. The second thing that you need a good sales foundation, right? As for example, for my done for you offer, I literally won't work with somebody that doesn't know how to close. The only way I would work with them is if they have like a really good vision. They're making solid money, and I like them as a person, right? But for the most case, I wouldn't work with somebody who's not good at closing. Like a lot of my clients, they've been closers for these big info guys, like Charlie and shit. Um, and most of them, they know how to close. And if you want to get to like 15 20K a month, like you need a good sales foundation, right? So you need to understand the basic things, bridging the gap between their current situation to their desired situation, the incentive based pricing, all of that stuff. You need to know it, to even be able to sell somebody on a fucking 45-minute call, just to pivot them, right? And then you also need to have a like this is I would say this is like the second or the third most important one is having a good appointment booking system, because I'm assuming you're running like an agency or maybe a coaching business. Like you need to have an appointment booking system that you can literally run at any time, and it can start booking you meetings. Right. For example, right now for our own agency, we're getting 5 to 6 meetings a day. We're only taking on like three calls a day, because we're just hopping on calls with qualified people, people who meet our criteria, for the down free offer, because it's very important that you have an appointment booking system that can literally start. And then this is why my clients work with them, work with me, because they understand this thing. They understand that they need an appointment booking system and a nurturing system, and that's what I help them build. And then also another thing, so the fourth one is you need to shoot for the stars and then land on the moon, because like my goal for the next month is 40K, and like the worst case scenario is I get like 30K, right? Because the thing is, if you shoot way way over what normal people would consider as possible, like what's the worst case scenario? You do all of the actions, your mind is going to think in a different way in that scenario. So your mind is going to think like, how the fuck can I get to this? Like, what are the actions? And then you just like take a paper, fucking pen and paper, and just write down what the fuck they need to do. I need to hire an appointment setter. I need to build like an Instagram system. I need to post more content, etc., etc. Like, your mind is gonna think in a different way if you have like a fucking huge goal. And this is what my mentor is always telling me. He's always saying, shoot for the stars, because it literally is the truth. It is the truth. So that's the next thing. And by the way, I don't have fucking notes. I'm just like looking at this screen right here because I'm seeing myself here. You know, I just like to look at myself. And then the sixth one, which circles back to the last one, is having a mentor, right? So if you don't have a man, and by the way, I don't have a mentorship program. Not retarded. I wouldn't have like a fucking mindset program at fucking 15K a month. It's fucking stupid. So the next thing is having a mentor, right? Somebody who can guide you, through all of the aspects of your business to get to the stage that they're at, right? So for example, like the guy that I'm working with, he's making 400K a month. I'm not gonna drop his name. You can find him on my IG. But like these are the guys that you need to be hanging around with, right? So it's your environment. You need to be in a solid environment because if you're not, if you're in fucking some little city surrounded by your old friends, you're gonna have the same outcome as them because your environment it defines you as a person, right? So if you're making like 3K a month in the city, like let's say fucking somewhere in Romania where the average pay is like maybe 1K, maybe even less, like 500 euros, and your friends and you're making like 3K, you're gonna be the don, right? Your friends are gonna be, yeah, this guy, he's the big guy, he's making 3K. But in the big scheme of things, you're not shit. Just like me, I'm not shit. Like if you go to fucking Denmark, like what's the average salary there? Like 6, 7K, 8K a month. Like I'm almost like the average person there, right? Like the average salary. So I'm not shit. Like you need to go into this fucking crazy environments like UAE, fucking Miami. This is where you need to be. Like to really humble yourself, right? And this is what I'm trying to do right now. And then the last one, single-handedly the most important thing that helped me get here. Like without this one, I wouldn't make a penny. It's caffeine and nicotine. Okay, very very important. Okay, so I always have this shit right here. You always need this some coffee, just to get the day rolling, and then you also need some zins, right? Very important. Zins and velo. If you don't have nicotine and caffeine, you're gonna be left behind. Like most of the people in this space, every time I talk with an agency owner, with a coach, some fucking huge consultant, they are always abusing caffeine. I mean, nicotine is like a side thing, but they're always fucking, high on caffeine. So you need to do this. I know I have a client, if he's watching this video, but like he abuses Adderall as well. So hey, like just have the leverage, right? You just need to have the leverage over your competition. This is a very important thing. So it's not specifically about nicotine and caffeine. This is just like an analogy. You need to do what gives you leverage above your competition because at the end of the day, this is like a PvP, player versus player, right? If you played fucking video games, it's like one business versus the other one, and you need to be ahead. So if you're competing with like people with businesses with other agencies who are having like 10 employees, you need to be you need to have the output of 10 people, literally, and you need to have like some small leverages against those people. And this is what you need. These are the 7 things. I hope this gave you value. This is not like this video has no CTA. This is just like fucking top of the funnel bullshit. Just me speaking out of my intuition. So hey, I hope you enjoyed this one. Subscribe to the channel. You know what? Don't subscribe to the channel, please. Don't like the video, please. And I'll see you in the next one.